everyone, it's Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to create jewelry for Halloween and spooky season? On this video, I will be designing a necklace using the newest Softlex company design kit, Gone Batty. And I will leave a link down below if this item is still available, but I will also link the unboxing to this fabulous kit and a playlist for all other Halloween tutorials and tutorials using this kit. If Halloween isn't your thing, and this is also a very celestial necklace because we have our little crescent moon, and they just remind me of the night sky, maybe on a cloudy night with these Czech glass beads in some opalite beads and some kind of opal AB shimmer crystals. So they're kind of just like a little moonlight or stars through the cloudy sky on a moonlit night. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. Let's start creating. So I'm using the Onyx Softlex wire, and this came in the design kit. I'm also using these Czech glass daisy spacers, and they are on closeout at Softlex Company. I will leave a link down below for those. You're going to need a couple 6mm jump rings and an eye pin, or you can make your own eye pin or wire wrap out of Softlex craft wire. These beautiful Czech glass beads, and then just the opalite beads, and then the other little crystal shimmers. And we're just going to repeat the pattern. And then I think once I run out of beads for my bead mat, I'm just going to attach it to a piece of chain and then just make it kind of a longer necklace. Since it is October, I could wear it with a sweater, so I want it just a little bit longer. So my bead mat's a little bit of a mess here. Let me move some beads off to the side. I'm going to have my pattern lined out. To start, we're just going to use our moon charm, and this came in the exclusive Jesse James bead mix. There might be a few bead mixes left over, but they're selling really quickly, and that's what I love about the Softlex Company design kit. It's a fantastic theme every month, but they do sell out quickly, so that's kind of the downside. So if there's a theme you really love, I highly recommend you buy it early in the month. So we're going to take our roundest pliers and just open up our eye pen. We're going to attach our moon, and this is a double-sided moon, so you don't have to add a jump ring. And we're just going to close our eye pen. We want to make sure that it's completely closed, so if we have to bring in another plier, we don't want to lose our moon. I'm going to add on one of these little moonlight shimmers, and you can just see how it's shimmering when the light hits it. A little spacer, one of these beautiful gray beads, another little Czech glass spacer. And this is a great earring. Two of these Gone Batty kits, so I got 4 moons. So I did a really cool necklace design in a collaboration. So I will leave the link down below in the description for that collaboration. I use a one-step looper, and this is a 1.5mm. It's going to give me a perfect loop. So we're just going to slide it in our little tool here and give it a gentle squeeze. Our little loop, but it's not completely closed, so we want to make sure it's closed. We don't want to lose our little dangle. So we just use our round nose pliers to make sure it's secure. We have our beautiful little pendant. And then we're going to open up a 6mm jump ring, and we're just going to twist side to side. Slide on our beautiful pendant. We should hear like a little click, and we'll know that our loop is secure on our jump ring. Flex wire, and we're going to start in the middle of the necklace. If you have a bead board and you've already designed your project, you could keep your Softlex wire on the spool. So we're going to start by adding an 8mm opalite on each side. And we're going to add on one of our little daisy spacers in Czech glass. These were from a few years ago, and I think there was a couple different colors. They were so pretty. We're just going to bring in the silver to our piece and highlight our moon. We're going to add on one of our little opal shimmer rondels, our beautiful Czech glass, and another shimmer. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. When I'm designing projects, I kind of move back and forth between just stringing one side of the necklace and then going to the other side or stringing them side by side. And now we're going to do something kind of a little creative. We're going to take two daisy spacers, and by stacking them together, you kind of get like a little clustered look. And it also just kind of breaks up the different beads between the different opalite beads and the opal color. Just gives it a little bit more silver in your design. So two little daisy spacers, an 8 millimeter opalite, and then two more daisy spacers. And then we're just going to repeat the pattern. So you can see how the silver just kind of breaks apart the crystal bead with the little shimmer finish and then the opalite bead, and then it just makes the moon highlighted in your design. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to add on the rest of our beads. Now, when I opened up this kit, I was automatically inspired by these beautiful beads. They kind of reminded me of smoky quartz. It's one of my favorite gemstones. So I knew I wanted to do something special with them, and I had the original idea to wire wrap them and kind of do like an illusion style necklace with maybe 1 inch of chain in between the project. You know how designs are once you get beads on your bead mat, you can have a couple different designs. Sometimes that's best to get a couple kits. You're inspired by all the other designers, and then instead of taking apart your piece, you have another kit to create with. So we're just going to keep adding on all our beads, and then we will attach our 2 by 2 to our chain. So this necklace, it's a little bit on the heavy side. So I think if I would have kept adding beads and maybe made it like a 22-inch necklace, it might have been too heavy to comfortably wear. So I'm just going to add on some chain just to kind of make it a little bit lighter and more comfortable to wear. So we're going to slide on one 2 by 2 and one little link of our chain. And I'm just using a fine cable chain, and then all the little links are soldered together, so it's not going to open up on me. So we're just going to slide the wire back through our 2 by 2. And this is just going to create a little loop on top. We're going to take our pliers and just give it a little smash. And this is going to flatten it. I'm going to cause it to turn into like a little bead, and that just gives it a more professional finish. Now we have just a little bit of a tail. I'm just going to tuck that under my next bead. Now we do have a lot of soft flex wire, so I'm just going to slide all my beads down. So that last 8 millimeter opalite bead is resting next to that 2 by 2. And then we have a longer piece of soft flex wire on this side, but we'll always save our extras for another project. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off so I have a good working length. And then I'm going to save this part for maybe an earring or a connection point like a jump ring. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, pick up our 2 by 2 and attach it to our chain. And we want it to slide right through our 2 by 2. Now we want to make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. They don't have to be perfect, but just similar. Rotate. So we're just going to flatten our 2 by 2 on this side. And we have just that little bit of a tail. So instead of trying to tuck it under the beads, we're just going to trim using beads from the Softlex Company Design Kit, Gone Batty, and 8 millimeter opalite beads and some moonlight shimmer crystals from Artistic Beads and Studio. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for all other tutorials using Halloween themed items or this design kit. Have an awesome day.